Hello and welcome to Hank Games Without Hank. My name is John Green. I'm the manager of the AFC Wimbly Womblys, and I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I am feeling much better. That's what today's video is about. It's about medical miracles, specifically the medical miracle of coffee. Today, the Wimbly Womblys are taking on Bournemouth, born from the mouth of England. I assume that's where the name comes from. I assume that this is the town that maybe where the first King of England was born, the mouth from which he was born. I don't know. But anyway, it's Bournemouth, and we're going to try to defeat them, despite the fact that John Green and John Green, teammates in life and in love, are not with us because they are in Ethiopia. K. St. Luce, patron saint of Lost Crosses, our captain today. John Green and John Green are busy, hopefully picking up their baby, hopefully meeting their baby. AFC Wimbledon, by the way, 8th place, 25 points, right where we need to be. No hurry. The arc of history is long and it bends toward justice, my friends, so don't be afraid. So I have had meningitis for the last 2.5 weeks, and it sucks. Like, sucks. Golden Child starting on the bench today. Hells, Pels, and Les Moore anchoring the midfield in the back. We've got Rocker and Ozea. That's Amora finally returning from a lengthy leg injury. And then, of course, up front, it's the buddy comedy, the greatest buddy comedy in AFC Wimbledon history. Dicko and Dini. Dicko, just a proud father who loves his kids, loves his wife, and loves to read books. And Dini, oh my God, what an incredible ball. Oh, God, Dini! Dini! That was almost an amazing start. Dicko to Dini, but then Dini couldn't finish. Dini might have been out late last night at the bars judging from that ball because it could not have been worse. Okay, so I've had viral meningitis for 2.5 weeks, and I've been extremely... Oh, God, all you had to do, Dini. Golly. Bournemouth, by the way, looking to be not particularly good opponents at the moment. I've had meningitis for 2.5 weeks. I will get through the story, and it has really, really sucked. I've been miserable. And I've had this aching, constant headache, just brutal. I mean, really, really brutal headache that's been unlike anything that I've ever experienced in my life, and I cannot recommend not getting this headache enough. If you do not have this headache right now, I want you to pause and be grateful. If you do have this headache, my condolences. It must be very, I mean, I know how difficult it is to, like, function. So I've been trying desperately to function. What a great ball. What a great ball. And then, oh, Dicko. Oh, Dicko, Dicko, Dicko. Oh, Dicko, 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 Dicko. Dicko, 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 Dicko just scored a goal. What a goal from Dicko. And then Dicko, 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 Dicko. Wimbly Wombly scored a goal, and Dicko was his name. Oh, D-I-C-K-O, 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 and Dicko was his name. Oh, I swear I have not put the skill level down. Dicko is just that great, and Bournemouth, let's face it, just that not great. So to return to my story, I've had this horrible headache for 2.5 weeks without pause, 24 hours a day. That gets much, much worse when I spend a lot of time standing or sitting. And so I've spent a lot of time lying down in the last 2.5 weeks, and generally I've just been miserable. Other than having watched like 12 episodes of Game of Thrones, I really have not had any fun in the last few days. And I was beginning to think that maybe this was just going to be forever, and I was going to have to find a way to, like, Dicko? Dicko! 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 I'm out of songs! Dicko, 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 Dicko. This is Meredith's favorite. Dicko, 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 Dicko. Dicko, 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 Dicko. Dick-O just scored a goal. I mean, he has a hat trick in the 26th minute. Dicko! That was not a foul. Oh, it was a little bit. I was a little bit late. Maybe a white card? Nope, it's yellow. Deanie. Deanie is still, by the way, has not quite caught up to the pace of the game after his going out last night. But who can be mad at him? Dr. Aaron Carroll's here. I'm telling the story of my medical caffeine miracle, but I still am like 1/10 of the way into the story because Dicko can't stop scoring. Oh, look at Dicko. Is he going to do an assist now? He wants an assist. He told me he wanted an assist. Deanie! Oh, God, Deanie is so bad today. Off the post, off the crossbar. Did you get to finish recording, or did I ruin everything? So you're still recording? Just that you guys had to stop? Oh, you're done. Okay, good. I thought that you guys might have to stop because I was being so loud. So anyway, I've been feeling awful for 2.5 weeks. Like, I think, it's just sucked. Then I was in Birmingham, Alabama, my hometown, over the weekend, and I had a miserable plane flight, miserable trying to take care of the kids with this, like, pounding, endless headache, and, trying to lie down when I could. Uh-oh, we gave up a goal, but it doesn't matter because we're winning by so much. Anyway, congratulations to Grabbin. It's funny because they're grabbing him. And I was in Birmingham, and my father-in-law is a doctor, and he was like, I looked it up, and it's like, I think that your headache might be related not necessarily completely to the meningitis, but also partly to having low cerebral spinal fluid because you had the spinal tap and maybe you have a little bit of like a drip where your spinal fluid is like coming out of your body. Dicko! Wimbly Wombly scored a goal, and Dicko was his name. Oh, D-I-C-K-O, 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 and Dicko was his name. Oh, that was just freaking beautiful. And then Dicko did the mustache to honor Bald John Green, who is currently in Ethiopia, hopefully adopting a baby with his beautiful husband, John Green. Right. He was like, I think you might have a low cerebral spinal fluid headache because it gets worse when you stand a lot, etc. And then he was like, so I want you to do something a little weird. When you go home, the next morning, I want you to have like 5 shots of espresso. And I'm not a coffee drinker. I don't know if you guys have hung out with me that much, but I'm not someone who really needs caffeine. I've got a lot of energy. I don't like to freak people out by being on caffeine because then I come too hard. Speaking of coming too hard, did you see that? That was just great defense. Also, context is everything. So I had my 5 shots of espresso, and I felt almost immediately much, much better. I don't know. There's caffeine crosses the blood-brain barrier. I don't know. Dr. Carroll's a doctor. Why did it happen? He doesn't know. He says caffeine constricted my spinal cord. That's what he said. He did. I heard him say that. He didn't say that. He said he doesn't really know. But anyway, I still have a headache. But oh my God, my headache is so much better. How is it only halftime? Oh, it was just Dicko, 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 Dicko in the first half. It was all Dicko all the time. The last time that I've enjoyed that much Dicko was years ago. It was beautiful. Look at this. He's just such a finisher. And Deanie had 2 great chances. It could have been 6-0. Deanie should have scored twice. It's just what a wonderful half of football from the Wimbly Womblys. Pure, unadulterated joy. Poor Bournemouth suffering. Somehow they did score a goal. So good on Bournemouth. But yeah, they're not going to happen. It's not going to happen for them. So yeah, this was I had started to think that maybe it was just going to last, forever. And I'm just if I sound overjoyed right now, it's just because I'm so happy that I'm feeling a little bit better. Like, it's funny because like with the current level of headache that I have, I would rank it as like one of the, 3 worst headaches of my life, probably, before meningitis, pre-meningitis headaches. Oh, get it, Deanie. Get it, Deanie, cut back. Oh, Deanie. He's not on his game. Deanie and I are going to have a talk after this about how you see what Dicko did when he stayed home with his wife and family. Maybe you should have made different choices last night because Deanie, he just likes to party. And I support that. I think it's great. We take all kinds here at the Wimbly Womblys. It's not like I believe that everybody has to, go home and lead a monogamous life every night. And I said monogamous. I meant monk-like. What's that word? Whatever. It's not monogamous. Oh, that was a very late tackle. We're gonna be getting a yellow card for that one. Oh no, we can't go. It can't be 4-2. Don't call. Are you seriously going to call a penalty? Buxton got a yellow card, undeserved. And then I think that they might have just called a penalty. No, it's a corner kick. Everything is fine. But yeah. Anyway, this made me think about a lot of things. One, that I think we have a habit as humans of catastrophizing a lot of times, which is when we assume that things that are bad are just going to last forever and will never improve. And, of course, we never think that about things that are good. That's a nice ball to Deeney. Deeney can't track it down, not fast enough. But I do think that we are kind of, as a species, catastrophizers, although I'm probably somewhat worse than most. I definitely was starting to think that maybe it was just going to be forever, and that's catastrophizing. The other thing that made me think about is that often the medical interventions that work are very inexpensive. I saw that in Ethiopia, and then I saw it in my own life when caffeine worked where, Vicodin wasn't. Yeah, so hopefully now I'm just going to be better, and I'm going to be a better Wimbly Wombly player. I think we can all agree that I've had a much better game today, although I need to make some substitutions. For one thing, I want to bring off Dicko because I want him to get the support from the crowd that he so deserves. I mean, we're going to bring on Mosen, who's never played a game for the Wimbly Womblys, and I think we're going to bring on maybe little Kaz. No, Yabamba. I mean, wouldn't it be great if it would just be Meredith's dream situation if this game ended with a Yabamba goal, because then she would get to hear all of her favorite songs. And Kaz, tiny little Kaz, coming on for, who did he come on for? I don't know, Les Moore, Hells Pells, who knows? Whoever was tired. Oh, God, that was almost perfect. So so I think a lot of times, it was funny because I benefited, I think, a lot from the very expensive health care that I got from the wonderful people who took care of me when I had meningitis and I was in the hospital. But I also benefited a lot from a very inexpensive intervention in the form of caffeine. All right, we're going to make all three substitutions at once, just like the professionals do it. And I think they're going to make a substitution also. I think Elphick is coming off. He's a handsome man. Just his eyes were closed for a minute. He's a very long blinker, but everybody has a flaw, Meredith. I'm tired of you holding us to unfair blinking standards. It's typical. Women keep objectifying men for their quick blinks. It's all I ever hear about. Blink faster, baby. Yeah, I constantly get catcalled on the street for my sweet, hot, fast blinks. Yes, it's hard out there for a blinker, male blinker. Gosh, it's 4-1. We're just enjoying ourselves. It might be 4-2 now. It is. Nobody cares, McDonald. We already won. It's bad for goal difference, I guess, but we just had such a fantastic Dicko game. It's hard to be upset. No, and then Yabamba, not with his best work. He's not going to have a very high score since that was his only touch, and then he made an interception. Great job, Yabamba. Just showing the kind of man that he is. That's a nice pass. It's a nice pass. Nope, didn't work. Tried a lot of the overhead volleys today, or overhead through balls, whatever they're called. Holding that one button and hitting Y. And it doesn't work great. Seb Brown hasn't had a great game. 0 saves, gave up 2 goals. But, he has good games when he needs to. That's the thing about Seb. He knew he didn't have to score. Oh, that would have been a good time to get a through ball to Yabamba. Yabamba scores a goal, and then we would have gotten to sing all my favorite songs. But life is hard and full of disappointments. You don't always get what you want in this world, but you do always get. Oh, why would you end the game now? Oh, come on. I had a free run on goal with tiny little Kaz, I think. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We're all congratulating Seb Brown, despite the fact that he made 0 saves today, forced to look at Callum Kennedy's hideous haircut. But look at that beautiful scoreline. Dicko, 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 Dicko. 4-2, Wimbly Womblys win, Bournemouth loses. Thank you for watching. Best wishes.